everybody. We're here at Black and Nobel Brew in Erie on a nice Monday afternoon. And as always, you know, we never know who's going to walk in our doors here at Black and Nobel. So just a few minutes ago, very impromptu, a mother and her son walked in, and we just got to chit-chatting about who they are. And there's someone that we want to introduce you all to. So with that said, Mom.
Yes.
Tiara?
Yes, that's me.
Yes, ma'am. Mother of KYLE
Yes.
Dixon III.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your son?
Of course. Yes, my name is Tiara White. This is my son. He's 13 years old. I like to say that I'm 18 plus shipping and handling, you know. But, you know, my son, this is my other dynamic duo. He actually writes children's books.
I'm really intrigued with this young man, his personality, his energy, his strength. So now, how is the school?
Oh, well, that's a loaded question. Kyle, now he's in the 8th grade. He's homeschooled. But once upon a time, he did go, you know, to traditional public schools, And when he was in 4th grade, he was in special ed. And I remember one day I told him, I said, we don't play that around here. So I ended up purchasing him a journal. I gave him a journal, and I made him write in a journal every single day. And with time, you know, his writing, it started to get really strong, you know, and then he started to love to write. So it was, I no longer had to, you know, say, hey, Kyle, pull out your journal. He started taking the initiative to write in it himself. So, you know, one day he came to me and he said, you know, Mom, I want to write a book. And I said, you want to what? You want to what? You know, but I knew, you know, that he was fascinated with bees by this time because he kept writing about a bee named Jay. You know, so I just figured, you know, listen, you know, he's young and he wants to do something and is something great. You know, as a mother, my job is to make sure that he becomes all he's meant to be. So we started on that journey, and he started to write his own children's book.
Okay, now thank you for that, because I'm going to come back to that homeschool piece in just a bit.
Okay.
Now let's look at the star here, Mr. KYLE Dixon III. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, young man. So now listen, I'm excited by holding this book in my hand. Can you tell us a little bit about Jay, the bumblebee, the bee who started it all?
Yes. Well, before I go into what my book's about, I have to ask you a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So bees have wings, right?
Yes.
And they have to work for their queen.
Yes.
Well, in my book, Jay Bumblebee, Jay was actually born with bubbles instead of wings. But since he can't work for his queen because he can't fly, he creates his own path by becoming an entrepreneur.
Oh, wow. I love that. Oh, I love that. Now, do you have that written down somewhere? Did you practice that line?
He sells a lot of books, so he has his own way.
All right, so now, young man, tell me about your entrepreneurial endeavors. What have you done, and how has this book been faring in the market?
Well, we sold over 7,000 books in the last 8 months.
7,000 books?
Yes.
And how?
Well, we actually just got online, but before we just been going to flea markets, schools, churches, just selling
festivals,
books.
knocking on doors.
Yep.
Yeah, we went down about 5 shades. That's what his barber said. I know you guys work hard because every time I see you, you get darker.
Yeah. Okay, so now you do your own PR, you do your own marketing, you know, you're all one bundle. So now tell me this, Mom, as an educational piece, how have you been able to juxtapose or intercept these two kind of things? In other words, you were homeschooling them, and this has become a whole endeavor. You're doing everything yourself. So how is that interpreted in terms of school? How is that working out for you?
It's actually great. One thing I always say is that, you know, when it comes to teaching your child when it's a parent, to me, I feel that every parent homeschooled, whether it's full-time, part-time, or sometimes. I just so happen to teach my son full-time. But another thing that makes it, you know, different with what Kyle and I do is that with Jay Bumblebee, you not only just learn. When you go to school, you're just learning. But Kyle learns to learn and also apply. So with Jay Bumblebee, he has to write, he has to read, he has to go out, you know, and get, you know, people have to tell him no a lot. He takes a lot of rejection. And as a parent, sometimes it's hard, you know, to see, you know, people treat your child, you know, bad or say no to him, but you know, on the other end is great for him because it's going to make him tougher. So, I mean, J Bumblebee, you're dealing with money, you're dealing with reading, you're dealing with writing, you're dealing with your confidence, you're learning about power. You know, you learn a lot.
Yes, yes. So young man, with all this that your mom is saying, what new things or what endeavors are getting ready to happen now with your book in terms of promotion and marketing?
We are going to be doing a free book tour for 50 elementary schools in New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia. And the event is only an hour long, and what I do is for 15 minutes I inspire the kids a little bit,
yeah.
But sponsors are paying for everything. So we'll play a couple Guess Who games, you know, get the kids, you know, we get to get prizes.
Wow.
It's going to be a great opportunity.
But I heard something that really piqued my interest. Sponsors.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Mom, you've been able to secure sponsors for this process?
Well, it's a lot of work because, like Kyle said, the 50 elementary school book tour, he's going to be traveling, of course, to New Jersey because that's where we're from.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to New York and Philadelphia.
Yes, yes.
So right now, we actually just hit the goal. In 45 days, we signed up all 50 elementary schools, and he's going to be speaking to over 19,000 kids.
Wow, what a wonderful thing. That is so great. That is so great. So now, young man, what other things do you hope to do? I hear your mom says you're going to start another book.
Yes.
Is that in a series of J Bumblebee?
It's going to be a whole series about J Bumblebee, the bee who started it all. Yes.
Yes. And so, do you have a projection date of when your next book will be out?
I don't really have a date for when the book's going to come out, but I believe it will be done before New Year's. Before
New Year's? Wow,
yes.
Wow. So you're busy writing, working. Oh, this is so fabulous.
He puts me under the gun because he does all the writing. That's the writer over here.
Yes.
I handle everything that, you know, with just, you know, making sure it's edited. For Kyle's first book, he went back 10 times. That's how I knew that he really wanted to do this.
Yes.
That, and then when he went out and sold books, at first, when we started going out, we used to sell books together. Mr. Kyle, as he, you know, started to get that confidence together, now he sits me in the car. You know?
Okay.
And the people say, oh my goodness, you know, they'll fall in love with them because he sells. When I say he sells.
He sold me. It's a matter of a few seconds he sold me. So that's just wonderful. So now, with all this said, I guess my next question would be, when can we get mother and son dynamic duo to come appear to Black and Nobel and to do a book signing for us and with us?
Well, first of all, we need to say thank you to Black and Nobel. I mean, we literally were just
Nobel.
Yes, Nobel.
Yes, Nobel.
Yes, and Nobel. We were just walking in here, just getting a DVD. I mean, we look crazy right now. I'm like, my hair looks just going on.
Beautiful.
But I mean, definitely, Kyle, his book tour is going to be from January to April. So I would say probably either before he starts the tour, because he has a lot of practice, you know, to get ready for his tour. Either before or after.
Right. Well, we would love to have him before.
Yes.
So we could document this journey, and then, if possible, afterwards come back. And I want to make a commitment for the store and us to say that we would love to be able to travel with you throughout your journey at different times, and you know, look at this and keep up with you, and you know, be able to premiere your books, and always know that you have a home here for book signings, and that, you know, we're going to grow with you. And I'm just so happy today to meet both of you. Okay, let me just say this in closing. This is one of the reasons why I love it here in this bookstore. Because how else and where else would this kind of thing spontaneous happen here? Thank you so much. Thank you, Mom. All right, she got a grip too. Black and Nobel, baby!
Right off the Barnary sub-stop, Philadelphia, PA. Shot so loud you would think it was a club spot. African Americans, although we all over the web, we the hood librarians. We ship to prisons too. We reach out and deliver to those that's bitten too. But it's more than a bookstore. You want it, we got it. Mixtapes, DVDs, and culture products. Black and Nobel got our hands in a lot of projects. We welcome all to come build. The energy is positive. Every member of the team is awake and conscious. Come through and experience this place of knowledge. They say they'll put it in a book if they wanna hide it from us. But we got them books so you can buy it from us. Something to read while you on a train or riding the bus. Get your read on, food for thought, get your eat on. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel.